live from the YouTubes. It's me. We're back. I'm here. It's December 18th. Can you hear me good? Everything sound good? Had to get the technical mumbo jumbo out of the way before we started. But if I sound good and if I look good, but not me, the camera. If the camera looks good, then we'll roll. You know what I mean? Like, we've got a lot of people in the chat. We've got a lot of questions, a lot of topics. Oh my God, the things that have happened since my last live stream. What, 2 months ago? Was it 2 months ago? It feels like a lifetime. But I wanted to do a celebratory stream before the year ended, and there may just be another one coming before January 1st, 2024. Oh my God, 2024. But man, there's so many things that we could be talking about today. And I thought, why not just do it? Why not get it started and take some time on a Monday afternoon? Now, tried to plan it, tried to scheme it a little bit later in the day so people have time to get off of work. So let me know, what are you doing right now? How's it going? What movies did you watch or TV shows over the weekend? And we're going to talk about all of those things, man. And it's just good to be back. It's so good to see people in the chat. And we're already talking, if you saw it in the title, we're going to be talking some of the best movies of the year, some of the movies that I've been watching lately. Man, oh man, it was such a hard vote when I voted for the Critics' Choice Awards a couple of weeks ago. And now we have the opportunity to do the most fun thing of the year, in my opinion, and that's take the movies, the TV shows we have seen, and put them on a list, make a top 10, a definitive top 10 that will inevitably change later on, probably within 2 months, as it always does for me. But right now, we're going to get into the chat, see what you guys are saying. We have a lot of Oppenheimers, man. So many Oppenheimers. We've got, what is this? Scorsese was right. Just completely destroying the chat. The MCU is finished. James Gunn did. Whoa, man. Scorsese was right. Is on one today. Absolutely on one. Woppenheimer is my second favorite of the year. I haven't seen Woppenheimer. I have seen Oppenheimer. Cross the Spider-Verse still beats it for me, man. Lots of really good choices. We've already got a super chat today from Shelly. That's actually where we're going to start, and then we're going to continue on with your all's chats just to see what you are saying about the best movies that you all have seen this year, and make sure you continue to leave those, man, because I want to know, is there a movie that I missed? And I'm making my top 10 right now. I need some suggestions. I need to be persuaded, and I need you all to persuade me on what movies deserve to be in my top 10 and what movies deserve to be higher up on my list. Now, if you have me over on Letterboxd, and a lot of you guys do, you know that my list is available for you all to see right now. What I'm not telling you is that there are a couple of lies on that list, strategically by me, and some things that I'm withholding because I don't want you to see it yet. So so if you have me on Letterboxd, you know nothing, and that's on purpose. Now, actually, you know most of them, but you know a couple of things that are completely wrong. And you guys, I mean, overwhelming what I'm seeing right now is Oppenheimer. Eric says Barbie is the most overrated. Still can't believe it's going to be nominated for Best Picture, let alone a front runner. How did we get here? Understandable. We got some people talking about the Jonathan Majors news. We'll get into that, absolutely. Rocky McFly is here. Can't believe you put Holdovers as your number one of the year. Also, happy anniversary. Yeah, Holdovers right now is sitting at the top. We'll see what happens when that list comes next week. But right now, Holdovers is absolutely incredible. If you guys missed that review, it's on the channel. It's one that I'm it's a movie that I'm very passionate about. We have 69 people watching. Sweet. It's a good number for a live stream. But happy anniversary. Thank you so much. If you saw my picture on Instagram and or Twitter, celebrate my 6-year wedding anniversary to my wife. And I'm sitting here just all tickled to death that we got to go out of town, and I got to leave the state of Kentucky for the first time in months. It felt pretty good. A lot of people in the chat, man. Oh my goodness. Connor's here. What's going on? Lyndon, what's up, Lyndon? How you doing? I saw the Holdovers. Very nice. Did you enjoy it? I'd love to hear what you think. Saltburn bored me to Saltburn's one of the most entertaining films of the year, so a lot of different thoughts there. Howdy doody. Howdy doody, Gaga lover. How you doing? Still at 69 viewers. This is great. I love this. Hey, Austin, how you holding up? The Steelers losses. Listen, when I purchased tickets to that game, I didn't intentionally purchase tickets thinking I was going to see Mitch Trubisky, number 10 at quarterback. I thought I was not going to be seeing him. And so the moment when I came into the game during the Cardinals game, I knew that death was upon us. And sure enough, my prediction was right. But thank God he has been benched. It's been miserable with him. Hey, Austin, watch Adventure Time and review it. Have you watched Adventure Time, Fiona and Cake spinoff series? I haven't seen the spinoff series. I have seen Adventure Time. Absolutely love it. Probably a little out there for a review, a little late on a review, but I really genuinely love that series. What's up with the Steelers? Man, what's going on? You know what's up with the Steelers. It starts with Mitch. It ends with Trubisky. No, that whole offense is an absolute mess right now. But when you have the worst starting quarterback under center in the NFL, I mean, you're going to lose games. Come on. That's obvious. I saw Wonka and Boy and the Heron. Very nice. Let me know what you think of Wonka specifically. But yeah, both of those I thought were good. I prefer Wonka over the Boy and the Heron. I was honestly just, I don't want to use the word disappointed, but I guess I was kind of disappointed compared to my expectations with the Boy and the Heron. Man, you know what? Let's get into the super chat super quick, man, because she was here quick. Shelly's always here quick and absolutely wonderful human being. I really appreciate the chats, the super chats, the questions, Shelly, but this is because you are a proud and fun dad, and that is the sweetest and nicest super chat I think I've ever gotten. So thank you so much, Shelly. That's awesome. I'm a proud dad. I don't know if I'm a fun dad yet. We've got to see when she gets a little older if she thinks I'm a fun dad or if she thinks I'm a nerd or lame. Probably going to be the second two. But I try to be, as just kind of into it as I can, kind of soaking in the little things, the little moments. Just going up and getting her up from a nap to me is awesome. And it's really made for a fun experience, but also an experience that just completely, I still can't believe there's a baby. And she's 6 months old. I can't believe there's a 6-month-old baby upstairs. It's crazy to me. But I really do try to just kind of soak in those smaller moments, man, because you don't get them forever. And you get the 5-month moments, and then she's 6 months, and I'll get the 6-month moments, and then she'll be 7 months, and I'll be like, where did the time go? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. But Shelly, thank you so much for the super chat and for being wonderful as always, man. Lots of questions. Let's go scroll down here and see what you guys are saying. Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and Past Lives are in my top 3. That's a great top 3 to have. Gary says, I don't know what you're at. Don't know what you're at, but you're at something. Somebody's list, or maybe it's your list. TJT says, highly recommend The Blind. It's barely sitting outside my top 10 of the year. I have not seen that film. Now, lately I've been watching a lot of movies, man. A lot of screeners to get prepared for the Critics' Choice Awards, a lot of screenings to just kind of get ready for the end of the year, man, because it's the biggest. And I was December 1st seeing top 10 lists coming out, and I'm thinking, first of all, I know you haven't seen all the movies, and that's fine, but there's still many, many, many movies that have yet to send out screeners that you haven't seen. So I like to wait until the end of December just so everything is at least there for me to see or have seen. And a lot of people, like I know John, the Flick Pick, he did his in January last year, and that's understandable, man. There's a lot of movies out right now, coming out that we have to catch up on, that I have to catch up on personally, and I'm trying to make my way through everything. But this week is big. Rebel Moon, Aquaman, what else? I think that's about it, actually. So once I see those two, then hopefully, and get some more reviews out for you guys, movies that I've already seen. Poor Things coming tomorrow, Ferrari coming next week. Hopefully, we can start cracking that top 10 list and kind of working on it. Hato says, Austin, that's a pretty sick hat. Thank you, Hato. I love this hat. It's stained, unfortunately, but I really, really like it. My dad got it for me. Really nice gift on his part. Nice to see you, Hato. Priscilla is top 10. Oh, that's interesting. Holdovers is my number 7 best film of the year. That's still nice. Top 10 is awesome. It is very worthy of that spot, in my opinion. Gary says, Barton University gang. Let's go, baby. Barton University. Anytime somebody says that, I mean, that is automatically, and there's so many Holdovers references. It's funny because not everybody has seen the Holdovers. I have a lot of friends that haven't seen it yet, but you say Barton University, you repeat a line from Paul Giamatti from the film, and there's so many, one specifically at the end of the movie, that I think is some of the best line delivery I've ever seen. And you know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. I love this movie, and I can't wait to talk about it even more on my top 10 list. Hato says, Mason Rudolph starting now. Thank God. Then he's not even good. But I mean, I'd rather have not good than absolutely tragically miserable, what it has been. Hey, Austin, I saw Godzilla -1 over the weekend, and I loved it. I think they should do more foreign language franchise films. You know how I feel about Godzilla -1. Absolutely incredible. One of the best movies of the year. That's going to be talked about when I get into my top 10 list. What a phenomenal movie. And I'm not a big Godzilla guy. I'm not a big Monsters Universe guy, just because I think the movies so far, they've been misfires from top to bottom. I mean, there have been a couple of good ones in there. I still enjoy the 2014 Godzilla movie, even though that's not perfect as well. And then I like the original. I did my list on YouTube, the shorts. You've seen that, but I do think the newest one captures everything that Godzilla's ever meant to be, and it's a special movie. It's a movie that I genuinely can't wait to show my family, which is cool because it has everything you want in a big blockbuster like that. Let's see. The Holdovers and Barbie are tied for number 1 for me. The Holdover is a better film, but Barbie is probably my favorite cinema experience of all time. Woo, man, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. It wasn't for me. I thought it was a good comedy, but I think that's a great experience. Listen, I know I posed the questions earlier at the beginning of the stream. What's your favorite, least favorite, or what's your favorite movie of the year? I would also love to know if there are movies that you guys think I should see. And we're going to try to take some time this weekend, or at least I am, to watch 1 or 2 movies. I can't believe I'm saying this. That should make my bottom 10 worst movies of the year list. I know people on Twitter are mad at that. I get that. I don't care. I'm going to make a list. Yeah, I know there are a couple of films that I haven't seen that are on everybody's bottom list. So if you guys have any recommendations there as well, don't just talk about the good, talk about the bad, because we got to steer people away. Or I've at least got to give my opinion because I enjoy making those videos. Just saw Wonka, awesome production design, good CGI on the giraffe. Favorite song was For a Moment. Yeah, that was a good song. I thought the production design was Oscar worthy, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not going to win, but at least get a nomination. It warrants a nomination. And the costumes as well. I think the costumes in that film are absolutely fantastic. Oh, by the way, guys, as always, if you are here and you wanna hit the like button, let's see how many likes we got today. What are we at? 21? 21? Love that Vine. Come on. We got to get that up there, man. Let's raise that. Let's raise the roof. As you guys know, the more thumbs ups, the more thumbs ups, the more likely YouTube is to recommend this live stream. Don't know why that's the case. Why? Does that mean they have to like this guy for me to promote him? Okay, fine. I'll take it. And as always, if you guys want to make sure I answer your questions, Super Chat's the best way to do it and support the channel. I appreciate it regardless. Just asking a question is awesome. Thanks for all the wedding anniversary. I've seen a couple people say nice things about that, so much appreciated. We had a wonderful time in Indianapolis, for the most part, I guess. Zone of Interest. Nice choice, Gary. Nice choice. The Color Purple. Yeah, my review for The Color Purple is coming out, I want to say Sunday or Monday. I'm waiting until like that release date for that in Ferrari, but I have both of those in line for you guys, both reviews. And I'm refraining from putting a couple of these movies that I haven't seen on my Letterboxd list, just to kind of give you guys a little tease, just so you don't know everything that's going on here. Black Guy South says Kentucky YouTuber KY. I love it. I didn't think about that. I just thought the whole KY thing. Hey, my Steelers team sucks, but Kentucky had a huge win over North Carolina. That was pretty big. Any North Carolina fans in the chat? Because I could laugh at you for that. Napoleon 2023 sucks. I don't want to say it sucks. I thought it was fine. It was okay. I didn't love it. Very disappointed. It was fine. We got Rod saying, what's up, Austin? Do you see yourself only doing movie TV series reviews on YouTube, or do you think about branching out to other content? Yeah. For now, I mean, we're just going to kind of stick in the same, because if you start to branch out into other things on the same channel, that kind of defeats the purpose of people looking for a very specific type of content, finding that you do that content, but, oh, he does 10 other things. So And one thing that Sean Chandler and I both talk about when we do our presentations is you have to find your niche and kind of stick to that. So if I'm a movie channel, I don't want to do movie and gaming and basketball content, even though I'd love to do basketball content. I think that would be great. But if I ever do something like that, I would start another channel for sure, and you guys would be the first people to know. Trust me. I'm a big NFL guy. I am so entrenched in that, man. One of these days, I'd love to. And sports betting. I'm in the green. Not by very much, but I'm in the green. So I would consider myself someone who knows a lot about sports betting, even though I don't. And I lose quite often. And it sucks my money from my wallet, but I keep doing it. Riley's college fund? I could double that on a prop bet. Barbie is excellent. Hey, Austin, have you watched Pluto animated series on Netflix? No, I didn't. Pluto. Is it just called Pluto? I haven't watched that. So that's definitely something, man. A lot of Netflix shows that I've missed this year. I'm going to be doing a top 10 Netflix series list. And I have a feeling that there's a lot of stuff that I need to catch up on. Bottom 10 list. Watch. Hato says, watch The Family Plan. All right. I know that came out this last weekend. I actually planned on watching it. Didn't get to, but that's one I could consider watching this weekend. That could be interesting. Hi, Austin. Been a fan of yours for a while. What is the best Oscars year in your opinion? It can be whatever criteria you like to take into consideration. My brain goes back to, and we're going to stay recent because going back all through history is hard. My brain likes to go back through, in terms of nominations, just strictly nominations. I think of the year The Social Network and Inception and all these fantastic films got nominated just to be beaten by, what was it called? The King's Speech. There it is. The King's Speech. So that was a great year for nominations, not necessarily the winner. The year that I often go back to is the year that Parasite won, which was very recent, 2019. What an incredible year for nominations. 1917, Marriage Story, and obviously the one that took home the prize in Parasite. And just across the board, so many great nominations. Now, I was pretty pissed off that year because that was also the year that Adam Sandler got snubbed. So that should take it down my list, but it was such a rewarding experience watching one of the two films that I thought should have won Best Picture actually win Best Picture in Parasite. Amazing. And then the consolation prize would have been my favorite movie of the year, 1917, winning Best Picture. But it won plenty as well, man. I was overwhelmed with that year, man. I thought it was just great. So that is the most recent year that I can think of that really worked in terms of Oscars nominations. Winners, lots of snubs. Pretty disappointed in the snubs, but all in all, I could say that was a win. Let's see here. And sorry about the cough. I still got the chest thing going on. We're working on it. We've got, what is your reaction to the bomb sound in Oppenheimer? I mean, the hold off on the sound and just the whoosh that it creates in specifically an IMAX theater, which was absolutely incredible. I thought it worked. It worked in my theater, may not have worked in everybody's theater, but seeing that in 70 millimeter, man, and getting that entire experience was pretty freaking sweet, to be honest with you. What about Megan? Megan it's not near my best list, but a lot of people enjoyed it. I think it's an enjoyable film. Well, Austin, what's your percent score for Adventure Time? Oh, man, I can't think of that off the bat. I mean, it would have to be above a 9. It would have to be above a 9. I think it's just a great series. That was right at that cutoff of when I was getting older, and it's like, oh, he's growing out of that. No, I watched the whole thing. It was fantastic. Oh, we got the MVP in the house, Rocky McFly. Thank you so much for the super chat. As always, Rocky McFly, you the best. Appreciate you for being here. Like the new profile picture, by the way. Paul Giamatti or Cillian Murphy for Best Actor. Also, The Holdovers is my new favorite movie of the 2020s. Amazing. I love it. Yeah, I can't fault you on that one. You guys know how much I love The Holdovers and will continue to love The Holdovers. Man, 2 of the top 5 performances of the year for me. And I know people are going to look at Cillian Murphy and say, oh, it's a stagnant. No, he did what he had to do, and it was phenomenal. And I love Cillian Murphy. And I love Oppenheimer. And that's going to be the competition between The Holdovers and Oppenheimer for my favorite movie of the year. That being said, Paul Giamatti is my choice. Just barely. Paul Giamatti is my choice for Best Actor. I believe what he does is, and after a ridiculously phenomenal career where he's established himself as one of the better actors working today, it's the best he's ever been. It's the most subtle he's ever been, while also being an exaggerated character through the roof at times in this movie. The comedic timing, the delivery, the chemistry with Sessa, and all in all, just this character that they've created. And he's a big part of creating that, but it's everything. It's the writing, it's the direction, it's Giamatti. It's very rare that you get a character like this, one that's special, but I believe he is very special in the holdover. So right now, I'm going Giamatti over Murphy, but it's so close. Those are my top two. My opinion could change tomorrow. We'll talk about Bradley Cooper. I've got my review coming out for Maestro on Wednesday. I think he's great. I think he deserves that top 5 spot. But I'm going Giamatti over Cillian Murphy. Great question, Rocky McFly, as always. MVP. All right. P-_ how you doing? Why aren't animated movies getting recognized as contenders for best film of the year yet? Del Toro said it. We should start taking animation as a medium, not a genre. Interesting debate. I am with you on Del Toro, 100%. I'm with you on Del Toro. Or I'm with Del Toro, I guess, on the statement that he's making. I think animated movies should be taken more seriously. I think last year Pinocchio made a great case. There were multiple animated movies that made a great case, but since we're talking about Del Toro, yeah, Pinocchio made a great case. This year, if I were choosing the Oscar contenders, and for a lot of people, they'd say, thank God he's not, but if I were, I would put Spider-Verse on that list. I would say Suzume is close to that list. It would be on the outside looking in, but it would be close. Close. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles should at least warrant, okay, was it good enough? I don't know, but it should at least be in the conversation for 5 to 10 seconds. There are so many great animated films this year. A lot of people would argue The Boy and the Heron should be talked about more. A lot of people would argue Nimona should be talked about more. And I can't fault anybody on any of those. I wouldn't put those in. But you know what I'm saying. Animation should 100% be talked about as a medium to tell a great story, as it has been doing for a long time. But now more than ever, we're getting these special films that I think warrant nominations, and they're just not getting it. And Spider-Verse was the one that I thought may push through, and it's not. So it's disappointing. I know they have their own category. That's great, but some of these films are better than just winning their own category. Some of these films deserve a Best Picture nomination. So I'm with you. It's a great debate. It's a great topic, and I love it. I love talking about it. All right. Raymond. At this point, Will Smith seriously needs to pour pink paint all over all over Jada's jewelry. Yeah, the whole Jada Will thing, Raymond, is still going for some. Why do they just keep and Jada Pinkett Smith? She keeps coming out and just saying things that are so stupid. They're so stupid. It's just the slap saved our marriage. No, it didn't. That's been over for a while. Should have been over a long time ago. Listen. They're still in the news. I don't know why they're still in the news. I don't care about them anymore. Just go do your thing. Go make movies, please. Will Smith, you're a good actor. Go make movies. I could care less about what Jada Pinkett Smith is saying right now. But the whole pink thing, they can make a documentary out of that. It would be a whole thing. Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to make sure I get to these other super chats. Before we keep going, and we're just taking a pause here, getting to some super chats. We're going to get to yours, Blake. Then we're going to take a quick break and get back to Tom's. He'll be the next one. But Blake says, and Raymond, thank you for the point about Will Smith, but I need to know from you, what is the next Will Smith movie that you're looking forward to? Because we're talking about Will Smith movies, baby. All right, he's back, maybe. Blake, what's going on, Blake? Do you think Godzilla has become the best cinematic universe? Do you think they planned out a lot for the future? Well, if you're talking about the current American cinematic universe, I don't agree with that, because I think that one's a bit of a mess, to be honest with you. I think the movies have been so up and down as of late. I did not love at all Godzilla, King of the Monsters. And Godzilla vs. Kong was fun. It was okay. It wasn't everything that I needed it to be and more. It wasn't, it didn't capitalize on, oh man, we're getting this huge monster battle. We're getting this huge thing, this big, yeah, it did that. Great. But then the rest of the story just wasn't really there to make for, the experience that I had with Godzilla minus one. Now, if you're talking about as a whole, Godzilla, right? The minus one universe, this universe, the other, like as a whole, I'm saying minus one definitely takes that a step higher than it already was. I think minus one is good enough to make me get really, really invested into Godzilla. Godzilla is, for me, much more important to me now that I have seen what I believe to be one of the best movies of the year, one of the best movies of this decade. That's how good minus one is, guys. It's phenomenal. So, yes, that in its entirety makes Godzilla a better universe, I guess. But the American Cinematic Universe hasn't really worked for me thus far. But hey, Monarch is really good so far. That's a win. And the next Godzilla versus Kong looks fun. I think it looks really fun. So we could be singing a different tune by the time we get around to that. Good chat, good super chat. Thank you so much, Blake. I really appreciate it. Talk to me, best horror movie of 2023. Let's see here. Did you get a screener for Percy Jackson? I had the opportunity to request it, and just due to time and other things going on, I kind of missed that boat. Kind of forgot about it, to be honest with you. But I do plan on watching the first few episodes and doing some kind of a reaction or a review on Wednesday, I believe is when it drops. But I've heard good things about it. I've heard very good things. Thank you, Fashionable Changeling, so much. Hey, Austin, have you watched Samurai Jack? I love Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack, man, it was my childhood. Come on. That was such a good show. Didn't really watch it when they brought it back as much, but the original, the OG on Cartoon Network, man, fantastic. What are your Christmas traditions? So when I was younger, I had numerous traditions that, unfortunately, as time went on and family moved away and we moved away and all of those things just kind of dissipated after a while. And then by the time I was in college, my traditions were to just hang out with the parents and the girlfriend. And, they were different. They were great, but they were different. But now that my wife and I have a daughter, I think it's a good time to start some new traditions. And this will be the first year that we do that. So we have a lot of things in mind, from going and looking at this huge Christmas light extravaganza in Louisville, Kentucky, to this evening tonight. When this is over, I'll be going and decorating the tree with my baby girl. That'll be super fun. So I'm at a period in my life where we're kind of moving into a new phase and starting our own traditions. Because, one of the cool things about Christmas traditions is the family that you grew up with, parents, grandparents, whoever it may be, they are mostly the reason why you have those traditions. And a lot of the traditions that I had stemmed through my parents. And now I'm the parents. Oh, God. That means I got to be the Clark Griswold of the family, and I got to make this good. I got to make it really good. And we're going to pass down traditions that I had growing up, of course, but throw my own little spiciness in there as well, because I just like to throw some spiciness in there. And it's going to involve some movies, because I love movies. We're going to be watching, and good question, K Sonic, as we transition into your question. We're going to be watching Elf. We're going to be watching A Christmas Story. We're going to be watching Christmas Vacation. We've already watched Home Alone. We'll probably end up watching Die Hard, which is a Christmas movie, by the way. Man, and one for me personally is The Grinch. I love Jim Carrey's. That's right. Jim Carrey's Grinch. That and Elf, man. Those two, as a kid, are you kidding me? Are you joking? What an absolutely phenomenal doubleheader. The Grinch and Elf is the best. And so we're going to be watching a lot of movies starting this next Monday. A week from now, Christmas movies galore, baby. Nonstop. There's going to be football too, so we got to watch football. But the Christmas movies, they can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I mean? Never stop. Let's get back to the super chats here. Tom from Tom Trench. Any love for past lives? Well, if you're talking to me, Tom, for me, why am I talking like that? Past lives is in my top 10, firmly in my top 10. It's a phenomenal film, and it is, before The Iron Claw came out, it was the A24 movie that I would have said, go all in. Go all in, baby. I've not seen a movie that handles relationships like that in a long time, handled like that with that kind of quality and beautiful direction. So it's an amazing movie. It's a spectacular film. It's going to end up in my top 10. And in terms of an Oscar nomination, I don't want to give away spoilers for my predictions, but you can lock it in. Past Lives is getting more than enough love for me to say that is a lock for a Best Picture nomination. Don't think it's going to win, but I think it's a lock. I really do. That may come back to bite me. We'll see. All right, Eder Bastos. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Hey, Austin, just wanted to say I love seeing all your reviews. Have you ever watched any Brazilian films? If so, which is your favorite? I mean, I know I've seen Brazilian films. I'd have to look at examples. The obvious one before, let's see. Okay, I'm just going to type this in. The obvious one off the top of my head is City of God. I think that's a great movie. I believe that's a Brazilian film. I may be wrong, but that's like a very, very, excuse me, a very obvious statement. I'd like to find some different ones here. Okay, here we go. Moment of Contact, Overhaul. And if you have any good Brazilian film recommendations for me, I think that would be a phenomenal. Oh, here we go. Seven Prisoners, I believe, was a movie that I thoroughly enjoyed. Man, it's hard to kind of nail down. This has Rio. That's it. I mean, that's a movie, the animated film. That's a movie that was in Brazil, but I don't know if it was necessarily a Brazilian film. But yeah, the one for me is City of God, man. This is if you've never seen it, it's one of those must-watch films. If I had to, yeah, I'd say it's a must-watch film. But it's also a movie that I didn't get to until a lot later in my movie watching career. I don't think I saw City of God until college. So it's a very immersive, different, beautifully filmed, beautifully made experience that, frankly, I've not had one like it. And I'm not saying it's the best movie of all time, but I've not had an experience like it since I've seen that movie. So yeah, I would say that's easily my favorite. But again, that's kind of just a no-brainer. Like, yeah, City of God is a Brazilian film. I would love to have some recommendations, though, if you guys have any for me, to be honest with you. Great question. Great question. Thomas, what's up, Thomas? I made a film awards for Letterboxd. Link in the comments. Thomas, awesome, man. So, yeah, Thomas, you may want to leave that again. It's probably went up after you said that, because that was a little bit ago. But yeah, if you guys want to vote in Thomas's film awards for Letterboxd, link is in the comments. Very cool, Thomas. Thank you so much. Dilly, Oppenheimer seems to be the front runner for Best Picture, but do you think it will win? If not, who? This time last year, we all thought The Fabelmans or Banshees was going to win. You're right. Dilly, you're right. You bring up a great point. Now, I will say that Oppenheimer feels a little different from The Fabelmans and Banshees. This is more of and this is just to me, more of a crowning achievement type of movie than those two films. Like, those two films were really good, but I didn't hear anybody saying, oh, this is the best movie of the decade. Right? I'm hearing people say that about Oppenheimer. And we're only 3 years in. But I'm hearing people say that about Oppenheimer. But I'm also hearing people say it about Poor Things and The Holdovers and Killers of the Flower Moon and, even Barbie. I think Barbie's got a shot to win. So I can't sit back and say Oppenheimer is going to definitely win at this moment in time. I still need to see more of these smaller critic circles. I really need to get a grasp through Golden Globes and Critics' Choice. I think those are going to be the two that kind of tell me, all right, here's your front runner. Because that's how it always goes, right? You think there's a front runner, like you said, The Fabelmans last year, and then all of a sudden, somebody comes out of nowhere. Hopefully, you look at Best Supporting Actor, Sessa comes out of nowhere and gets that nomination this year, kind of like what's his name did last year, or Jesse, what's his name for Power of the Dog. That came out of nowhere, right? So I want something like that to happen. But in terms of a Best Picture frontrunner, it's got to be Oppenheimer right now. But it's so hard to say that it's 100% because there are 3 or 4 other movies that are right there, right in the race. Dilly, that's a great question. Barbie will never win. It's impossible. I can't say that. There's nothing that tells me that's the case, because Barbie is really high up on a lot of people's lists. You may not love it, but it can win. All right, never say never, especially with a movie like that. It's a lock to get a Best Picture nomination. Any of the locks can win, and that's a lock. So do not rule Barbie out. Do I think it should win? No, I absolutely not. But you can't rule it out. So saying it will never win, I don't know. I don't know if that's the smart thing to say right now. That's a good question. Man, great question, though, Dilly. That's a great question. Zeke, what's up, Zeke? I'm too busy reading your tweets all the time, man. How's Buddy doing? How's Buddy doing? Buddy dog, my boy, my pal, old buddy, old pal. He's good. He's old. He's old. So, we're starting to get into that, and he's 13. We're starting to get into that phase where going to the bathroom on the couch a little bit, and getting down the stairs a little more of a hassle now, and he kind of wonders sometimes. We take him outside in freezing cold weather, and he just kind of stands out there. So, and other than that, he's fine. He's eating good. He's drinking good. He's still playful. Loves to be petted. As this vent turns on over here. Great dog. Still a great dog. Even at his age, a phenomenal dog. And we love him so much. But, once dogs get a certain age, you can tell that there is a little bit of a decline there. And we are starting to feel that. But still going strong, man. Eats every bit of his food every single day. And for the most part, man, the vet's pulling on his joints. Everything looks good there. So we're praying he keeps it going. 14, 15. He's a good boy. And Minnie's good as well. Minnie's the best. She's always hyper and happy. Are you happy that the Mitch Trubisky experience is over in Pittsburgh? Yes. We are 0-5 when he finishes a game. So I don't get it. I don't get it. They deserve to lose. They deserve to lose for making those stupid decisions. And I don't think Kenny's the future either, to be honest with you. But I would take that Boba Fett pop figure at quarterback over what I've seen the last 3 weeks. I would take anything. Throw a deer that just get hit by a car out there. Maybe they won't sling it 30 yards on 4th and 2. What an idiot! All right, next super chat. Let's talk about something positive. Thank you, Zeke. I appreciate it, buddy. Seriously. Please try to watch Indian movies and review them. Yeah, it's very, very hard. Sure, Rob, and I appreciate your super chat. I appreciate all your questions, man. Really good seeing you, as always. It's very hard because sometimes they play for a little bit at our local Regal, and then they don't play anymore. Or I'm seeing these other 2 or 3 big releases, and then by the time I get to that one, it's out. So it's a little more difficult because I don't make them as much of a priority. But there have been some, I've been seeing a couple of reviewers review some that I've been curious about this year. So I would love to try to catch up. Genuinely try to catch up. Leo, I think, is one that got good word of mouth. So I really want to watch that. At least what I saw. Man. So we got some more super chats here. All right. I love it. But let me click on some of your all's questions really quick. We got Roman saying, did you like the animated Grinch? I like that one more. Not really. If you're talking about the old classic, yeah, I like that one. The new one, not so much. The old one, really good, but I do prefer Jim Carrey's Grinch. I'm far more entertained when I watch that. Who do you think should win Best Actress? Oh, that's tough. I mean, who do I think should? I guess I'll give the edge to Emma Stone. We'll talk about it tomorrow in my review, but Lily Gladstone is amazing. Amazing. It's those two for me. Like we're 1 and 2 right there. It's going to be really difficult to come up with somebody when I come up with my predictions, but man, that's a tough one. It's going to be a tight race between those two this year. Hey, Austin. I was wondering if you could give some advice on how to rate movies and become a good movie reviewer. Well, it really all starts with just watching a variety of films. You don't just watch the superhero films. You don't just watch the A24 movies. You don't just watch, 70s classics. You watch a little bit of everything. And it's become more difficult for me since I've gotten older and a baby and life responsibilities and being constantly sick for the last 3 months. And I still am. It's hard for me to hit that wide range that I often preach on. But that was kind of my college experience. Is I was watching every type of movie you could imagine and getting my brain, and I didn't know it at the time, but I was getting my brain prepared to talk about movies for a living. And that's what kind of pushed me. So not only try to watch as many movies as you can, when you watch a movie, do a quick review, do a letterbox review, get your thoughts out there, and you'll learn your organization techniques. You'll learn the way you want to score a film. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I love star ratings. I love ABCs. I love 1, 2, 3s. As long as you are getting your thoughts out there confidently, I think that's the best way to go about it. So, yeah, just watch as much as you can. Emma Stone and Lily Gladstone killed it. They did. They really did. What a great year for actress. And supporting actress, we all know who's going to win that. She's been sweeping. Randolph is sweeping right now. But yeah, that and actor is going to be a really tough, close call this year, Aaron. What's your score for Amazing Spider-Man 1 on a scale of 1 to 100? I'm in the 70 range. Good movie. Fun movie. I think I like it more than a lot of people. A lot of people cooled down on it over the years, but I still think it's fun. I think Andrew Garfield is just so good as that character. Let's see. We've got Jacob. Hey, Austin, you think me being special needs would affect my YouTube career? Would everyone have a problem if my face just looks different? Or should I worry about being judged by other critics like you? I'll tell you right now, Jacob, don't you worry in the least bit about how people feel about the way you look or the way you act or the way you talk. You are your own individual. And the fact that you even asked that question tells me you have a passion and you have a YouTube career that you're very excited about. And I'm telling you right now, people are going to say stuff. People say stuff to me. People say stuff to a lot of people that don't deserve it, in my opinion. There's some great people on YouTube that get a lot of hate that I don't think they deserve, to be honest with you. And some amazing movie reviewers out there. And you're going to have those, right? But at the end of the day, as long as you think you know what you're doing is right, exciting, and you're passionate about it, and you put a video out there and you're proud of it, don't listen to those people. All right. I'm telling you what, they'll try every way in the world to put you down. But at the end of the day, you do this for you. This is your opportunity. And I don't even want to say, well, it's your opportunity to be selfish, but you've got to be a little selfish and say, I'm proud of this. I'm passionate about it. That doesn't mean don't take feedback. Feedback is good. But when someone is, someone is having a problem, like you said in this, having a problem with your face or looking different, should you worry about? No, you should not worry about that. You will, inevitably you will. And I'm telling you right now, man, I say it all the time. I don't worry about what people say. And then somebody says something and I get frustrated. I get upset. I'm a very impatient person. But I've had to learn a little bit more patience over the years. You know what, Jacob, I'm proud of you that you are pursuing that YouTube career. I think that's awesome. And for every negative response that you get, you will get 2 or 3 positive responses that will make all of it worth it at the end of the day. And that is awesome. Every view is important. And if someone views your video, that's your opportunity to connect with them. And something tells me you're connecting with people already. So that's awesome. Do not let them put you down. I think that is amazing that you're pursuing that career. And keep doing it, man. Keep it up, because if I would have stopped, I wouldn't have a shelves full of pop figures. If I would have stopped, I wouldn't have blown all of our money on bobbleheads. What would my life be like? Probably would have more money. But you know what? I still do it, Jacob. Thanks for being here, Jacob. I will go subscribe to your channel after this, all right? Very excited to see what you do. And very excited to see, if you are doing the movie stuff, what your favorite movie is, man. We get a lot of good movie recommendations in this chat. And a lot of people talking about their end-of-the-year rankings. Rank Reviews says, I'm excited for your end-of-the-year ranking. Well, Rank Reviews, I'm excited for your end-of-the-year ranking, all right? It's a great time of year. Have you seen any other Alexander Payne movies? Yes, I will refrain, because I hope to, at some point, release a letterbox list of maybe my top 5, top 10 Alexander Payne films. There are still some movies I need to see. And some movies I need to rewatch. I think I need to rewatch Nebraska. There's some movies I need to rewatch, but I am working on a list. I've been into Alexander Payne lately. Obviously it's because of the holdovers, but I think I'm responding to his movies a little bit more now. That's exciting. That's exciting when you get these directors that you just kind of get super invested in all of a sudden. I think that's really cool. Let's see here. What's your we got another Aaron saying, what's your review score for Rick and Morty? Please watch the new season. I've watched a little bit of the new season, first 2 or 3 episodes. I think it's getting better as it goes. Yeah, it's hard because some of the seasons have been up here. Other seasons haven't been as good. I think all in all, it's one of my favorite animated shows in general. And I'm interested to see how this new season continues on its trajectory. But, it would be a 9-ish for me, a 9er, if you will. Really, really love Rick and Morty. I do. I know it gets a lot of hate, but it's mostly because the fan bases are, crazy sometimes. Lyndon says, I gave Songbirds and Snakes a 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Very nice, Lyndon. Saw Lyndon at the Songbirds and Snakes premiere in Nashville, which was very cool. I got to be a part of his YouTube short. So if you want to go check out Lyndon's YouTube short, our reaction out of the movie, but 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. That is right close to where I was at. I really enjoyed that movie though. It stuck with me better than I thought it would. It stuck with me more. Need to watch Aquarius, 97 on Rotten Tomatoes. Is that let me see. I think I have seen this poster before. Yes, I have seen this. Yeah, I have seen this. Okay. And what was the score on Letterboxd again? Or 97 on Rotten Tomatoes. Woo! Man. Yeah, Brazilian film. Yep. I have seen this. Maybe I've seen the trailer for this. 65 Live Their Life to the Fullest. Construction company wants her. I think I have seen the trailer for this. I've got it playing on IMDb right now just to make sure. Yeah, or I saw it on, I think it's on Amazon Prime as well to rent. So that might be my outlet, but thank you for the recommendation, Aquarius. The rest of you guys, let me know if you've seen that film, if it's worthy of a 97. Holy cow, that's a great score. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, and letting me know. Let's see here. We've got Stumbo's Media Outlet, Ian. What's up, Ian? Hey, buddy, guess what my favorite movie of the year after Oppenheimer? Yup. Holdovers. Loved it. Everyone needs to see it. Hope you and your family have a Merry Christmas. You're the best. Ian, that's awesome. Your number 1 and 2 is my number 1 and 2. I haven't committed to an order yet, but your number 1 and 2 is very similar. So that is amazing. I've been on everyone that I can find and talk to watch The Holdovers, man. And not that people are refusing to watch it. I'm not watching it because no, it's some people just don't know it exists. Some people have they have no idea this movie is a thing, which is crazy to me. So I am very excited to kind of make my friends and family aware of this over the holiday season. My plan is to hopefully when my parents come to visit, the 26th, 27th, 28th, is to show them The Holdovers and Oppenheimer. That's my plan. That's what I want to do. It's what I'm going to try to do. So, 1 and 2 on a lot of people's lists. Not just ours, Ian. Not just ours. Great super chat. I appreciate it. Will you do a Blu-ray collection at some point from Lyndon? Thank you, Lyndon, for the super chat. I'll be honest. I have a good amount of Blu-rays. I have a good amount of DVDs that I grew up with and some VHSs, to be honest with you. But I don't have enough Blu-rays to show off a huge collection because I only really get Blu-rays for my favorite movies of that year. And it's not always the case. I have random ones. I have Avengers on Blu-ray. I have Jurassic World on Blu-ray. That's random. But for the most part, whatever my favorite movie of that specific year is, I like to, Oppenheimer, Holdovers. Actually, Oppenheimer. Here we go. Here's an example. Bada bing, bada boom. It's a 4K, but it's the same thing. I like to collect those. And beyond that, I just don't really worry about it. If it's, a 7 out of 10, even an 8 out of 10, I'm just kind of like, okay, we'll see. But for the most part, I get the ones that I really care about. So it's not the biggest collection. maybe it is worthy of a video. Maybe it is worthy showing you guys. So one of these days I may do that, or I may break it up into a short, do it on TikTok, something like that. But I've been really into getting 4Ks and Blu-rays lately. Oppenheimer, hopefully going to get the holdovers. Really wanted to try to get Killers of the Flower Moon when I get that opportunity. So going to be a good January, February for collected movies. That's for sure. All right, here we go. That's good. Hint Water sponsor. If you guys notice me breathing really hard, I still having breathing problems, reoccurring breathing issues, trying to figure that out. These live streams get more difficult. They've been more difficult. That's why I've not done a lot over the last little bit. So we're going to try to start wrapping this up pretty soon. We've had some amazing chats, super chats, questions, responses, a lot of things to think about when it comes to my top 10 list. A lot of things to think about. And my bottom 10 list. All right. I didn't get any bad recommendations for you all. You guys got to give me some bad recommendations. I'm going to try to see Knights of the Zodiac. Is that what it's called? Knights of the Zodiac? I don't know. So far, I've seen 30 movies this year. That's good. Hey, listen, for a non-film critic, 30 movies is awesome. Genuinely, that's awesome. DJ says, hey, Austin, how do you come up with a rating for certain movies? Well, it all comes down to how I go about my score system. I've actually, and I'll be open with you guys, I've actually been debating on just doing that on my own time and just giving you guys a star rating from now on. I've been debating that. I don't know if that's something you'd want, but because I feel like sometimes my reviews, people only care about the ratings, and that shouldn't be the case. But I am very, at least in my brain, I am very serious about the way that I rate movies. And it's serious to me. I don't know if it's serious to everybody else, but I get very strategic. I have numbers. I do the out of 10s. You always see the scores at the end of my videos. And so I like to really focus on getting it right. And it's going to change. They change, right? But getting it right the first time for you guys. That's something that's important to me. But again, I'm debating on maybe just doing stars from now on. That's a little more simplified, to be honest with you. The Blue Futon. He's back. What's up, the Blue Futon? How you doing, buddy? Overrated 2023 films via positive score. Barbie. Woo! Blue Beetle. Man. Leave the World Behind. Yeah, I'm with you there. Wait. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I liked it. I was thinking of a different film. And Don't Hate Me, Past Lives. Oh no. I could have forgiven the others. Yeah, I get Barbie. I get Blue Beetle. I get Leave the World Behind. Past Lives. You've done hurt my heart here. Okay, that one hurts. That's not for everybody. I I will admit that. I'm not going to show my mom and dad Past Lives because they're not going to care about that movie. It's my mom's into cheesy rom-coms and my dad's into big action movies, and so sometimes you like what you like and you don't like what you don't like, and that's okay. I have those films as well. I have some movies that I think are overrated this year. I'm not going to reveal those just yet, but I genuinely believe that there are some movies right now that people are talking about for Oscars that I'm just like, or I'm just like, yeah, it was good, but it's not as good as they say it is. So, we'll see. I'm working on that list right now, Blue Futon. I may actually agree with you on one of those, but Past Lives hurts to be fun. Past Lives is not overrated for me, but I get it. That's a great super chat. Richard says, time for new furniture. Are you getting new furniture? Should I get new furniture? My couch, man. I mentioned my dog likes to urinate on my couch now. It just has that smell. That dog smell? It just has the smell. We got it. Well, maybe it's time for some new furniture. I agree. I agree with you, Richard. Hey, Austin, you're awesome at what you do, but did you know that the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters, a.k.a. Spunk, is the worst name for a self-cinematic universe? I'm worried about Sony. I love Spunk. I'm not even going to say S-P-U-M-C. I'm going to say Spunk. I love that. I'm with you. That is the worst name for a self-cinematic universe. I'm worried about Sony. Me too. Yeah, this year's going to be interesting. We've got Kraven the Hunter, Venom 3. See what happens. And God, what is the one called with Dakota Johnson? I don't even Madam Web. I don't have any interest. I don't have any interest in Madam Web. I don't really have that much interest in Kraven, to be honest with you. I'm supposed to be the comic book guy, and they're putting movies out I don't care about. It stinks, and I hate it. But I'm going to watch these movies. I'm going to hopefully like these movies. I went into Morbius like, all right, let's see what this is, baby. Let's go. I'm ready. Not good. Just kidding. Greatest film of all time. DJ Cup says, my cat pisses on my couch. Listen, that's okay. Sometimes when you got to go, you got to go. I do it all the time, all over the place. I think it's almost time to go. All right. Everywhere. You got to mark your territory somehow, kids. All right. Let's make sure we don't have any more super chats here, guys. The questions have been amazing. I really, really appreciate it, man. Seriously, amazing. Nicholas Joseph says, before trilogy over past lives. Yeah, for sure. I love past lives, but for sure. At least the first two. I would probably say past lives over the final film. But the first two before movies are special, man. Those are top movies of all time for me. What do you think of the Polar Express? I love it. I know people don't love it. They say it's creepy. I get it. I love it. I think it's a spectacular movie. Yeah, the animation's weird, but the story and everything, with that, really good. Austin popping in here real quick. Don't forget your Mark Wahlberg impression. Hey, everybody. Because I'm out of breath, it actually sounds better. Hey, everybody. It's crazy. Sometimes you just talk so long, you don't even know what you're saying anymore, and your brain just gets crazy. I need a haircut. That's why I'm wearing hats all the time. I need a haircut. I'll be honest with you guys. I need a haircut. It's got to happen. Someone come cut my hair. Did you see Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. It's wholesome in the same way the whole. Yeah, I loved it. I don't think I loved it as much as some critics, but I thought it was great. I gave it an 8 out of 10. It is in my top 25 of the year. Great film. Rank Reviews says, I got to say, as a YouTuber with 256 subscribers, it's hard with the end of the year rankings. Also, I got to say, if you start a YouTube channel, just do it. Took me 3 years to finally reach where I am. That's awesome. That's awesome, Rank Reviews. 256 subscribers is 256 subscribers more than a lot of people have. That's something to be proud of. That first 100, it's the best feeling in the world. That first 500, it's going to top that feeling, and that first 1,000, it's going to be the best day ever. So, hey, listen, I don't want to say I'm proud of you. I don't know you that well, but I'm proud of the fact that you're pushing on, and 256 is a great number. Keep on that. You're going to hit 300 in no time. And actually, anybody who's here who wants to go find somebody else to subscribe to, I can't say that Rank Reviews has the best channel on YouTube. I haven't seen that many Rank Reviews videos, but I can say maybe that is worth a subscription. Rank Reviews, thank you for being here, and thanks for asking so many questions today. When can you eat some Ritz crackers live for all the fans? Listen, Merritt, my wife's cheap. She gets the Kroger brand. I know. I tell her, honey, you get the Kroger brand crackers, then we start getting the Kroger brand cheese. All right, that's the Kroger brand cheese is not that good, but then we get great value cheese that it's a little bit cheaper and it's worse, and then you start getting just off-brand everything. And I'm just like, I can't do that. I can't live like that. You get off-brand Ritz crackers, where does it end? Where does it stop? Off-brand kombucha? Thomas Moore says, I literally ate Ritz crackers an hour ago. Well, you know what? How about you just brag some more, Thomas, all right? You get the Ritz. I get the Kroger brand. Nobody's happy. It's unbelievable. I'm sick of this. I'm absolutely sick of this. Well, it varies from product to product. That's true. That's true. I'm just not a big fan of off-brand cheese. The crackers, fine. Fine. It's fine. The cheese, no. You got to get the Sargento or you eat the chicken biscuits? I love the chicken biscuits. Oh, I want a chicken biscuit. Y'all ever had those little crackers? I used to take the squirt cheese, and I'd squirt the squirt cheese on the chicken biscuits. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay. Ritz crackers, good. You're wrong. Your opinion doesn't matter. Hey, Ritz crackers are good. That's what I'm saying. Ritz crackers are great. But the off-brand Ritz crackers, you ever had the off-brand? That's not it, man. That's not it. The Ritz crackers, I love Ritz crackers. They're buttery and delicious. That's my motto. That was my nickname in high school, buttery and delicious. But the Ritz, the off-brand Ritz, do you read comics? I used to all the time. I haven't had a lot of time lately, but I've got a whole chest of comics, a whole drawer, a whole shelf. You've never had a Ritz cracker? Oh, sir. Oh no. Oh no. You've never. Listen, if there's one thing you all can do tonight, go to Kroger or Walmart or Food Lion or whatever's near you and buy a box of Ritz crackers. Don't get that off-brand crap. Don't do it. Get the Ritz brand or the chicken biscuits. Oh, I love it. What did you just say? Somebody said Ritz crackers are mid. No, Ritz crackers are delicious. They're buttery and delicious. You put them on a charcuterie board though with all those cheeses and the little jam. You put them on and then you eat the. That's good. That's some good stuff, man. This is better than movie talk. I'm just telling you right now, it's better. What's with all the Ritz? Let's focus on his movie. No, Merritt, listen. It's time for Ritz cracker talk. That's what we're here. If you say Ritz crackers are mid, like my dad, when people say negative things about Snyder films, look, Ritz crackers, they're not mid. They are. We'll do Lord Austin. It's rather the best. The Ritz and cheese sandwiches. Are you kidding me, DJ? Come on. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Big Mama's House or Norbit? Big Mama's House. All day, all night. Norbit's not good. I mean, Big Mama's House is not good either. But at least it's fun. Norbit sucks. Should I go to bed or eat more Ritz crackers? Riz cracker. Is it time to end this? Are we done? We've lost people. I don't blame them, to be honest with you. We will end on Ritz crackers are really good. Thank you, Lyndon. All right. Have you watched the after movies yet? No, it is funny. My wife's sister was here this weekend and she wanted to rent one of the after movies on our Amazon. And I'm like, nope. I know you're paying for it, but nope. No, she did. I let her. It was fine. But I thought it was a horrible decision. And why would you do that to yourself? Benjamin says Mason Rudolph legacy season. Look, anything is better than what I've had to watch the last three. Anything. We could put a Ritz cracker out on that football field and it would be better at football than Mitch Trubisky. And look, the whole offense sucks. The scheme sucks. They're still using Matt Canada's playbook. What are you going to do? You can't get a whole new set of plays. There's only so many things you can do as an offense, right? So you're using crap, but you're using crap with the crap player, and then you're playing in crap. It's just a whole fest of crap. It's a crap fest. That's what it is. And I paid money to watch Kenny Pickett, and I had to watch Mitch Trubisky, and I hated it. I loved it. It was fun, but I hated every moment of it. I got to yell at TJ Watt. That is all that mattered. But Mitch Trubisky is a terrible quarterback. He's so bad. He's so bad at football. He's so bad. Kenny Pickett's 7-2, and he's not even good. It doesn't make sense. But Mitch Trubisky's horrible, and I hated watching it. Now I know how Browns fans have felt for the last 25 years. I mean, just constant garbage. And that's okay. I'm here now. I get to experience it. I've never experienced it before. I've always had Ben Roethlisberger. It's been amazing for my whole life, and now I have that, and it was awful. What are we talking about? Which director do you think will sign up for Letterboxd like Scorsese? Not Nolan, because he doesn't use cell phones. That's a good question. I would love to see. God, I'd love to see Fincher get a Letterboxd. That'd be great. Wouldn't that be great? You know, Nolan's not going to do it. I'd love to see Fincher do it, though. I think that'd be so much fun. I just feel like Scorsese is like trying to be hip and it's working. Like he's awesome. But I feel like Scorsese's just a cool guy who's like, I want to rate movies. Like, why can't I do it? And he's doing it. And I love it. It makes me happy. But The Rock, because I can't see Dwayne Johnson or John Cena for acting. And somebody said The Rock because I can't see John Cena. You know what? I'm going to go John Cena now. I think John Cena's showed a little bit more range. Peacemaker is a great example. Really good in that film. But I think The Rock's got a really good opportunity over the next several years, specifically with that A24 movie that he signed up for, to show us a little bit of range. And I think he could do it. I think it's in there. I believe he's great in movies like Moana and The Rock. Was it The Rock? Is it called The Rock? It's not called The Rock. It's something in the early 2000s. Can't remember what it was. He is The Rock. It's not called The Rock. But he's shown range before, and I think he could do it again, to be honest with you. The Rock plays John Cena in a... Maya Hawke got a Letterboxd. Very cool. Okay, I didn't know that. I need to follow some of these celebrities on Letterboxd and get some tips on how to how famous people write Letterboxd reviews and rate movies. It's about drugs. It's about power. We stay clean in the shower. That's a Rock song. It's that is a Rock song. Did you watch the new trailer for the new A24 movie Civil War? I did. I'm not sold, to be honest with you. I'm not sold. I think I need another trailer. We'll see. I love the director, but I think we need another trailer. Guillermo del Toro would be perfect for Letterboxd. Yes. Bradley. That is awesome. Bradley Pooper. I love it. That's a great suggestion because Guillermo is all over Twitter, rocking it constantly. Really fun to watch. That's really cool. Yeah, I completely agree with that. And I believe Captain America and Iron Man fight again. Different Civil War laser, all right? Different Civil War. Listen, guys, you've been amazing. I really appreciate you being here, asking phenomenal questions. This was fun. We haven't done this in a bit. Appreciate the Ritz Cracker Talk. I appreciate, just kind of giving me a little bit of insight into my end of the year list. And I am very excited for these next couple of weeks because it's going to be a lot. We got my review for Poor Things. We got my review for Aquaman. We got my review for Rebel Moon. Hey, listen, if you don't have my notifications turned on, I know I preach this all the time. Also, if you want to like this video, that would be amazing. That would be very helpful. I would like to get to 80 likes. That's my goal. But if you don't have my notifications turned on, man, sometimes YouTube doesn't really show all the videos for some reason. And I've noticed that having that notification bell turned on and having notifications turned on your phone is really helpful. I did a little test with my wife's phone. She had notifications on, but her phone's notifications weren't on. So I'm like, honey, you got to turn those on as well. But hey, listen, thank you so much for being here, being so supportive throughout the year. The super chats, man, means the world that you guys support this channel financially. And just know that everything you all do, I'm going to try to return to you on this channel tenfold. You guys are awesome. You make for some hilarious discussions. That's why I love this community. And I am very excited for this week, man. Tomorrow, we'll start there. Poor Things. Poor Things. That's where we're going. That's where we're headed. It's going to be a lot to talk about. And I have a feeling my thoughts and opinions may not be exactly what you think. So we'll discuss it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will talk to you hopefully tomorrow.